This is, oh wait, let me get my pen out. This is 5-8 on lesson 5.1.1, and it says, Lori has written the conjectures below. For each one, decide if it is true or not. If you believe it is not true, find a counterexample, which is an example that proves that the statement is false. So letter A, if a shape has 4 equal sides, it cannot be a parallelogram. A. So we have to just say, is it true or not true?
That's false.
You think it's false?
I got A.
Yeah, because I can get a counterexample, and I'm actually supposed to. I can make a counterexample of an equal-sided, well, it's supposed to look equal. It's supposed to look like it has equal sides. There's an equal-sided parallelogram. It's actually called a rhombus. Because she said if it has 4 equal sides, it cannot be a parallelogram, but I'm saying yes, it can, so what she said is false.
When you should have done a square.
Yeah, or I put a rhombus in the square counterexample.
Yeah, also a square would also be a nice counterexample. Because a square, you're right, it's the easiest to draw. And a square is a parallelogram and a rhombus, right? So it's false. I've made my counterexamples. Moving on to letter B. Letter B. If tangent theta is more than 1, then theta must be more than 45. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Well, that's a good question, isn't it? So let's look at our triangle.
Oh, it's true. Do you want to know why?
Why is it true?
Because it's asking for a side, right? 45, 45. Each side would either have to be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4,
7, 6,
7, 7.
So this is 1, 1, and 2. So whatever these two sides are, like you're just saying that whatever one of the sides is, the other side's the same. If it's tangent 45.
Yes.
Tangent is the opposite over the adjacent, isn't it? So it would be that number over that number, right?
Yeah.
So if it were exactly 45, it would be 1 over 1 in this case, or 2 over 2, or like you were saying, 3 over 3. So that would equal 1, right?
Yes.
So it says if tangent theta is greater than 1, how can I make it be greater than 1? Well, I can just make this side bigger, right?
Yeah.
We don't know that that's 45 anymore now. We know, actually, we know that's not 45 anymore, is it?
No. Because
if for it to be 45, the both sides has to be not equilateral, but isosceles, right?
Yeah.
So this one, that's greater than 1. So what does that mean about this? Did this thing get bigger or smaller than 45 when I wrote? It got bigger because...
So it's true.
So it's true, yes. So we're going to say true. So the answer to the first one was false, and I wrote some counterexamples. The answer to letter B was true, and I kind of had to prove it to myself. Because if it's a 45-45, a 45-45-90, these two would be, the tangent would be 1. But then if you make this side grow, see how it makes this angle like widen out to accommodate the opposite side. Okay, so that was 5-8. There's one more, isn't there? Letter C.
Yep.
Okay, letter C says...
the two angles formed when 2 lines are cut by a
transversal
are corresponding and the angles are congruent.
If 2 angles formed when 2 lines are cut, okay, so here's 2 lines. They're cut by a transversal. and two angles are formed,
They're
if
congruent.
they're corresponding, like this one and this one,
They're congruent.
then the angles are... I think it's missing something. Watch this. I'm going to make a counterexample now. Is that angle and that angle congruent?
No.
No, because the lines have to be what?
Parallel.
Parallel. They didn't say they were parallel. Remember, they were doing that when they first taught us this in chapter
Ball.
3 or whatever. So this one's false. There's my counterexample. That one and that one. That one's a smaller angle than that one. Okay, and that was 5-8. The end.